Hello students, in this lesson we are going to learn how to make full use of bishop pair so that when you have the bishop pair you take full advantage of them. Let's start. In this position white has the bishop pair. White has two bishops while black has only one bishop. So we can say that white has the advantage of bishop pair, but right now white's bishops are blocked by its own pawns. b2 bishop is blocked by the d4 pawn and e2 bishop is blocked by the c4 pawn. So they are not at their maximum potential. If you want to make full use of bishop pair, then you should open the central lines. You should move your central pawns forward, exchange them so that the position becomes open, and then your bishop pair will become super powerful. Here, white first played bishop to d3. His idea is to play pawn to e4 and open the central lines. Black played rook e8 and white went e4. Black played e5 and white played queen g3. White's idea is to maintain this pin. Black played d cross e4, white played bishop cross e4. After b5, we have to protect this bishop, so bishop goes to f1. Bishop is a long range piece, so you don't have to keep the bishop in the opponent's area. Even if the bishop is on the first rank back in your territory, it is still very active. Black played queen e6 and now white has a chance to exchange one more central pawn. So white played pawn to d5. After c cross d5, e cross d5, knight cross d5 and white played bishop cross b5. And as you can see, central pawns have been exchanged and now the position has become open. Bishop pair works very well in these kind of situations. After knight cross c3, bishop cross c3, we are attacking opponent's rook, so black saves it. And now we play bishop to c4. You see, these two bishops have become very active now. They are pointing toward the opponent's king and black will lose material. Let's say black plays a move like queen f6. Now we can first exchange this rook and then we can win a pawn. We can play bishop cross e5. After knight cross e5, queen cross, rook cross. White is a complete pawn up in this position, so white is winning here. Let's look at one more example. In this position, white has two bishops that are pointing toward the opponent's king. And if you want to make them deadly, then you must open the center. If the center becomes open, then these two bishops will point directly toward the opponent's king and opponent's king will come under attack. Let's see how. Here, white first played knight to e4, centralizing his knight. Black played knight a5. He is targeting our c4 pawn and he has opened up the bishop on this long diagonal. Now we first play pawn to d5. By sacrificing a pawn, we are opening the diagonal of this dark square bishop, and you will see how important this diagonal becomes in the game. Black takes the pawn, and now first we play knight cross f6 check. If black plays bishop cross f6, then we play queen d3, threatening a checkmate on h7. Black will play g6 and then you play bishop cross f6. You just won a piece. That's why in this position, black has to play g cross f6. And with this move, black has weakened the pawn structure around his king. So white plays knight to h4. His idea is to bring the queen to g4 or h5 and knight will go to f5. These pieces will create a dangerous attack against the king. And don't forget these two bishops. These two bishops are not near the opponent's king, but they are in our territory and they are long range piece. So from the long distance, they are pointing toward the opponent's king and opponent's king is under attack. Black plays d4. We play knight f5 and this bishop is under attack, so black plays bishop c5. Black is hoping that by putting a pawn on d4, he has blocked one of our bishops. We play queen g4 check, king to h8, and now we play queen h4. First, we are threatening our queen cross f6 check, and second, there is an indirect threat on the h7 square, and black cannot defend both the threats. Let's say black plays bishop e7 to protect the f6 square. So we play knight cross e7. After queen cross e7, it's queen cross h7 checkmate. And as you can see in the final position also, these two bishops are still on their back ranks. They are still in our territory, but because they are long range piece, they can target the opponent's king even from the distance. So when it comes to the bishop pair, just remember this simple rule: open the central lines. If you can open the central lines, your bishops will become dangerous. That's it for this lesson. Let's go to the next one.